Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday everybody. Come on in, y'all. We get prepared for another week, right? Another week. We're going to try to do our best. We're going to try to put our best foot forward, all right? So I'm just coming to you for a little while. What I always say, we're here for a good time, not a long time. All right, y'all. So. Okay. So I'm coming on here and I want to talk about happiness, right? Because I don't care who you are, everybody is trying. Well, I can't say everybody, what I'm saying. Some people just go with the flow. But some people they truly want to be happy, right? So they're finding their happiness. Okay. So, hey, boo! Hey, Miss Tree. Okay, so Miss Tree, you know how we do. I'm on here. We on here for a good time, not a long time. So I'm coming on here to ask y'all a question, right? What makes you happy? So I want to share with y'all what makes me happy. All right, and just put it in the chat. If a lot of people have a lot of people don't know what makes them happy, right? So this is a journey, right? You gotta find out what makes you happy, right? No matter what it is, and it's a journey. Sometimes we don't know what makes us happy. Sometimes we figured out what makes us happy, and then when we get to a certain age, that doesn't make us happy anymore, right? Okay, so hey, Funk Monkey. Hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, y'all. So I want to share with y'all what makes me happy. Yeah. So some of the things that make me happy is, being at peace with people. Sometimes how you could be, at war with somebody. Somebody don't like you. You don't like them, and it's just y'all just beefed out, but for me, coming together and just settling things, right? Thank you so much. Hey, thank you for joining. So that's what makes me happy, being at peace with people. I just don't like, especially like on the job, somebody don't like you for some reason. It could just be something simple. They just may not know, why they don't like you. So with me coming to a medium, right? Excuse me, y'all. I got my water here because I'm always talking, right? So yeah, so that's some of the things that make me happy. Being at peace with somebody, just say your siblings, right? You just not getting along with your siblings, and all of a sudden, y'all, you may apologize, whoever is right or whoever is wrong. Hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Hey, nephew. Yeah, so you may not know, but just being at peace, right? That is what makes me happy. Okay. So what makes you happy? What makes you happy? Okay. Being able to hey, Lucifer Morningstar. Thanks for wanting to be a moderator. Just keep following me. Let's get to know each other. And you can for anybody that wants to be a moderator, I don't want to turn anybody down, but I got to know you first, right? We got the vibe. Make sure we on the same vibe. But thanks for joining. Okay. Hey, thanks for joining, Carlos. Yeah, so finding your happiness, finding out what makes you happiness. Now, one thing that I learned, a person cannot be your all, right? When in terms of happiness, they can add to your happiness, but just depending, like it's to say, if you're in a friendship or relationship, the kid, am I a lesbian? No. Why do I look like one? How do a lesbian supposed to look? Y'all, stop being weird. Y'all, like I said, we don't block trolls, but y'all just come on, be decent. And I talk to trolls at this time, but y'all, we don't block nobody. I talk to trolls, all right? For all my moderators. Hey, thanks for joining. Okay. Cause I'm like, what do a lesbian look like? Do I give off lesbian vibes? Cause I like men. Yes, I like men. But no shame to my game. Hey, from Brazil. Hey, Bruno. How are you? So, Bruno, we're talking about what makes you happy. So, I'm sharing some of the things that make me happy, right? So, being at peace. I want to have peace, right? I want to be able to have a peaceful life. I don't want to always be Elvis. You said, well, thank God, right? Some of us we can't have it all, right? Some people are blessed with some things. We can't have it all. But anyway, y'all, you said peace was never an option. All right, I know that's right. But sometimes sometimes you can be at a place where you don't have peace. So that means you got to switch up some things, right? You got to switch up some things. It may be eliminating some people out of your life that may be toxic, right? Let's talk about yeah, nephew, you said I love family, right? That brings, oh my God, family, that brings me happiness. Thank God, I have a wonderful family, right? Not saying that we don't always get along, right? We don't always agree, but I love my family, right? Nick Hill, you said come to India, you'll find yourself and discover peace. Ooh, okay, that's something that I got to think about, right? Because certain places can be toxic, right? Some places can be dangerous. They always say Detroit is dangerous, right? And they always say, oh, Detroit is the unalive. I can't say the word murder on YouTube, but they say Detroit is. But Detroit is like this, y'all. If you don't mess with me, I won't mess with you, right? That people it's some hardcore gangsters, right? And sometimes we can be a little, we can be a little loud or whatever, but Detroit is like this. If you don't mess with me, a lot of times people are in the wrong place at the wrong time. They're on some BS, right? And they just not, do up to no good. So, right? People have a right to defend themselves, right? People have a right to, but and I'm just talking about in Detroit. So that's why Detroit gives a bad name. But I love my city, right? Okay, and you said fact in the mic for me and my baby. Uh, Lovely. Now see, here go these toxic people. We're gonna pray for lovely rat, okay? We calling all the prayer warriors, everybody to get on here saying something toxic. We're gonna lift you up in prayer, right? But we're talking about things that make you happy. So I'm sharing some of the things that make me happy, right? Being able to work in a great environment, right? Where you got good coworkers, everybody is trying to go for the same goal. It's not somebody plotting against you. At work. I don't like that, right? I've been in toxic work environments, right, where the supervisor was not supportive and things like that. So being in a place or in a job that I really love, right? Because some of us have had jobs that we absolutely hate, right? The work is just, the work demands are just not great, right? And that when you're in a job, well, for me, when I was in a job that I hate, my goal was I'm gonna get my education. I'm gonna do something that I want to do. And it didn't take me, it took me a while, right? I wasn't one of those people when my parents could send me to college. I had to work through school, right? I had to work through school. So, you said, what do you do if you has a husband that is small, of small magic wine? Well, you work what you got. They say it's not the size of the sheet, it's the motion in the ocean. Sometimes you got to work with what you got, Elvis. Anyway, anyway, y'all, in these comments, okay, I told y'all, be good. This is Saturday. Be Miss Tree, you said this is very on target with my spirit. Yes, absolutely, because you gotta find out what makes you happy, right? And you can't sacrifice Now, sometimes as a parent, some parents do sacrifice their happiness for their children, right? When you're a parent, sometimes you make a lot of sacrifices so that your kids can be happy, your kids can have the things they want. They may not like the job that they have, but they go to work every day because they want to, they want to provide, right? So sometimes people are in a position where they have to do things, right? So, seeing a smile put on their child's face, that makes them happy, right? And I love to see that, right? And you know what I love? I love doing things for people and seeing them smile. Like maybe surprising somebody or just doing something they're not even looking for it or anything, but you just do something for somebody. It's no profit to me, but I just love to see people happy, right? And sometimes when you do things for people where they're not expecting it, right? You said, Elvis, you said slow down. I see you get down fast. I just hyper, right? I had my coffee. Right, I shouldn't be drinking coffee this late, y'all, because really, Josh, you said, you asking, am I married? No, I'm single. I'm single. Are you married? Yeah, okay. She doesn't need anyone to wear a mask for Halloween. What's whoever that is, your mama? I bet you I look better than your mama. So what you gotta say now? Don't worry about how I look. And beauty, you should be concentrating on people that are beautiful on the outside, because beauty is vain. For the Bible says that favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that fear the Lord, they shall be praised. So it's always beauty is skin deep, right? You can say somebody is beautiful, but they could be a devil on the inside. So you better make sure you define what beauty is, right? I'm beautiful on the inside, so therefore I'm beautiful on the outside. And that's what I think, okay? From Brazil, you said speak my name in your language. I want to listen. Wait a minute. Is this the person? I'm trying to find out who you are, George. Oh, George, why? You being weird. The crackle is saying if you're not married. Elvis, no, it's not. Everybody is you came in this world single. So that's why I said, marriage for somebody that it make happiness marriage may make people happiness, but you can't depend on one thing to make you happy, because what if your spouse leave you? Then what you gonna do? What if your spouse, God forbid, leave this world? What you gonna do? You gotta find out what makes you happy. A person can't just make you happy, because that's changeable. Number one, God makes me happy. Come on, somebody. Knowing who God is, knowing that He loves me, knowing that I have favor with Him, knowing God, at the time, at one time, I didn't know who God was, right? I didn't have a relationship with God, but now I do, and that makes me happy. That makes my soul happy. No matter what I do, I know that the Lord is with me, because people can leave, people can walk in and out of your life, but God, Jesus said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. So that's what makes me happy, right? Sheila, you said I love what I do. All right. You said, I mean, my mom died, so I don't give what she looked like or a scale. You said your mom died. Thank God that you had one. My mother and my father died. My mother and my father is deceased. And I'm gonna tell you, let's be real, because I want to talk to that person, um, Arsenal. When my mother died, when my mother passed, when she made her transition, I didn't know what I was gonna do. And for some of you, I mean, the period of grief was so hard for me. I didn't even know if I would be happy again, because she was like my best friend. She made me happy, but then, the Lord, I knew God at that time, but me and my mother was like this, right? So when she passed away, I the grief was just so overwhelming. I couldn't see the forest from the trees, but through it all, I got to a point that I accepted that she's never coming back, and I've learned to, now don't get me wrong, at times I still tear up, but I thank God that I had a mother, and I thank God that she was a part of my life, that she loved me and she made me the woman that I am. So over, through my grief journey, because like I said, I'm not no specialist on grief, right? But I've learned to find my happiness, right? I've learned that, things for me, things on this in this world cannot be all my in and all happiness, right? Happiness comes from within. I have to be happy within myself. And some people are not happy within their self, right? Some people don't like the way they look, they never satisfied. People can talk them out of being happy, right? And you gotta be secure within yourself to know that whoever you are, God made you, and it's not gonna ever be another you. Not gonna ever. He made you specific. When he made you specific, so that should tell you that he thought enough about you to make you, not like anybody else. So we have to get to that point where we're secure within people's self. Believe me, when I come do my live streams, people can say some mean and you know, mean things, right? But I learned that hurt people, right? If you're not secure within yourself, and some people just be trolling, they just be trying to get a rise out of you, you know what I'm saying? But if you're not secure in yourself, and if you don't love yourself and know that you were created by the finger of God, then people can say you're ugly and you'll believe them, right? Now, I wasn't always like this, but I've grown. I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm not no kid, right? I've grown to know that you have to be secure within yourself and love yourself and believe in yourself. And so when you get to a point, hopefully that you get to that point when you're younger, then won't nobody ever be able to move you. You can walk alone. And some people cannot walk alone. They have to have a bunch of people around them. They have to have a bunch of people that have to say, okay, you're doing a good job. Sometimes people are not gonna say you're doing a good job. You gotta tell yourself that you're doing a good job, right? I'm sorry, y'all. These comments are I'm moving these comments. Say that, Derek. Okay. A single girl. You said has someone a single girl in your place in your city. It's a lot of single girls in my city. In Michigan. Yep. You said I am an adult orphan too. I feel your pain. Yes. Having your mother or your father, and so I have to, believe me, I grieved so hard for my mother that I had to even go to counseling, and it's no shame in reaching out for help. When you have, you hit a dark place, right? Yeah. Zach, you said, do you have any advice? I am homeless right now and need to join the army for housing. Should I worry about going to hell over killing someone while I'm in? Sorry, I know it's off topic. That's okay, Zach. When it comes in, defending your country, that's what we're, have to do. And shout out to all those who defend their country, who are, serving your country. Shout out to you because we appreciate you, right? If it wasn't for you, we couldn't walk and be safe, right? So no, there are some people that's chosen even by God to protect their people, right? I believe that serving in the army, this is my belief, I could be wrong, but David was a man of war in the army and he protected his people, right? If you read the scriptures. So no, don't fear, just ask God to protect you, and if that is in your heart to do, serve your country with pride and dignity, right? Because like I said, if it wasn't for you, you and people like you, we wouldn't be safe, right? And so yeah, so I hopefully I answered your question. You said, "How old are you?" Elvis, you don't supposed to be asking no woman their age. Now you know better. You should not be answering no one, asking no woman. I'm not a young woman. I am a woman of a certain age. That's what I like to say. Zach. So Zach, I hope hopefully I answered your question, and God bless you. You know, for being able to want to you know protect your country. Okay. Miss Tree, you said broken crayons can still make beauty. Oh, I love that. Right. Jason Cruz, you said my attitude can be ugly. That's okay, Jason. Everybody's attitude can be ugly sometimes. You know, everybody, does not have a good day, right? But we pray for better days, right? You said free Palestine. Jason, thank God for being patient with me. Absolutely. Helen, you said I was about to become homeless when I turned 21. My family abandoned me, and I was so depressed to work. And it was the single fear of becoming homeless that I started to work really hard. Man, thank y'all. Y'all giving me life. I love that. Right, because at some point we all we're at ground zero, right? Trying to build our life, right? Everybody wasn't born from a silver spoon, right? Some of us, I can remember a time in my life where I had to stay with this one, had to stay with that one. It was just growing pains, right? So those of you who are in your 20s, sometimes you gotta go through growing pains, right? To figure out what life is about. And it takes a journey. You're not gonna know everything that you should. You're gonna make some mistakes, right? You're gonna do some things that you're not proud of, but that's all a part of the journey. So Helen X, thank you so much for sharing that awesome comment with us, right? George, you said, do you get vote for Joe or Trump? George, I said both of them are too old. We need some new people in the office, right? Because I am very disappointed over the candidates, right? I just am. I'm very disappointed. I think we should have some newer young blood in there. The candidates we got are they're just tired. They're senior citizens. I can't imagine my mother in her 80s running the country. Okay. So yeah, you said you were wilding in your youth, felt like a demigod, then life humbled you. Yeah, I thought I knew it all in my youth, right? I think I did. But you know how your mother would say, you watch when you get grown, right? Watch when you get grown. You will see what I'm talking about. And God help us. I see exactly what she's talking about, right? Helen, you said finally I got over my depression and I am financially stable now, and eventually I will go to college. Girl, you get my vote for today. You get my vote for today, right? You gotta work through your challenges, right? Work through the things that are against you, right? That's what makes us overcomers. Nothing great happens overnight, right? The Bible says, Loca, why would you say get a job? I'm sure that people want to get a job, but it's not easy, baby. It's not easy for everybody. Life be lifing. So that's the easy, and that's why I challenge you to think deeper, right? When you see somebody that's going through a hard time, don't just say if you do this, then everything, because no, you don't know what they're up against. So have some grace, like a have some, like a underscore Tina 143. Have some mercy, because life is not easy. Like I said, everybody ain't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Some people really have to dig. Some people really have to struggle. Joe, tell your mama to pull her wig off. Don't worry about what's on my head. Worry about what's in my heart, weirdo. Okay. You said hi. Can you say hi, Braylon? What is it, Braylon? Yes. Hi, Braylon. Hi, how are you? Today, this group of people at the beach walking past me in a crowded area, and one guy coughed, and he sounded like he was about to throw up, signaling in my direction. I know my worth, and I said, God bless. KO, that's right, and I'm hope that I'm pronouncing your name right, KO. But let me tell you this. People, now let me tell you, me going on live, a lot of times people talk about the way I look, talk about how my hair, talk about, this and that. So what? You don't got no hell or jail to put me in. But like I said, hurt people. You know what I'm saying? It's some people that have toxic hearts. It's some people that want to be accepted. So, being evil and cruel, makes them feel accepted by their peers. But guess what, what goes around comes around. Because I'm telling you, if you be a toxic person and do mean things, it ain't gonna do nothing but come back on you. And sometimes you gotta pray for people like that. Pray for, and I know that's hard. I know that's hard to do. Yeah. So okay, so I'm reading these lovely rat. You are a lovely rat. That is an appropriate name for you. You are a lovely rat. I don't know a rat that's lovely because I hate rats. Okay, but I'll take the lovely off. You are a rat. You are a rat indeed. That's an appropriate name for you. People, yeah. So yeah, why are people so cosmetic? Why do it matter what I look like? I bet you I look better than you. I bet you I look better than you, and my heart looks better than you. So yeah. All right. So yeah, y'all, we're talking about what makes you happy. I'm just reading some of these comments. You said, what are you on about? I'm talking about what makes you happy. Talking about what makes you happy. You said it's called complete school, get a job. Moderators, Loca/Tina, get rid of it. I don't want to see it in my comments no longer. Okay, all right. So yeah, all right. Cat, you said when I was 14 years old, I needed to get married, and my kids and I got out of the ghetto, so I started slinging rock and learned how to and change the trajectory of everything. I mean, I'm not shaming nobody that has to do things, but I'm just a follower of the law. But some people have to do what they have to do to so they can do better. I'm not against that. All right. And CCVC, you said you cannot be a Christian and a Democrat at this point. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. I don't agree with it, but that's your opinion. Ms. Tree, you said we know that all things work for the good for those that love God, to those that are called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28. Absolutely, all things work together for the good. If you love God, if you put God first, absolutely you can get the things that you want, right? And I believe that sometimes we have to go through trials and tribulations. It's never going to be easy, right? It's not going to be easy for everybody, because we have to sometimes trials and tribulations are the things that make us strong, right? Okay. Yeah. All right, Miss Tree. Okay. So y'all, I'm reading these comments. I'm reading my comments. You said your voice is funny sounding. I like it. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, but be encouraged, right? Be encouraged. God, you said death and life is in the power of the tongue, and those that love it will eat fruit. Absolutely. And that's why I like that God 365 nonstop. I love that. what you said, and let me tell you why I love that. Because that's why when I get on here, I try to speak life. A lot of times, it's gonna be trolls on here. It's gonna be people on here that just want to be seen. They want that 5 minutes of fame, or just toxic, right? But it's some people on here that you can't speak life to, because people go through a hard time. People, have a difficult time, and sometimes if you can encourage them, sometimes if you can speak life to them, it can make a world of difference, right? So y'all, we are going into another week. So what I want to tell you is happiness is what you make it, right? Find your own happiness. Don't let anyone dictate to you what happiness is, right? Happiness can be one thing and it can change. It's part of the journey, right? And my thing is, people can't make you happy. To me, nothing can make you happy all the time on this earth. I my trust and my happiness is in the Lord, right? And the things that He has blessed me with to add to my happiness, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I don't take it for granted. Like I said, I lost my mother, right? So if you have a mother, be grateful. If you have people that make you smile, right? That make your heart sing, be grateful, because it's not like that all the time, y'all. It's really not. So I love that. I love that comment. John, you said, where do you live? Um where do you live? I live in Detroit, Michigan. Yep, I am. Where you from? You said, I love my Father, God Almighty, right? I do too. Love from Germany. Hey, Try Harmony. Oh, I love that name. Try Harmony, right? Trolls do the work of Satan. Yeah, I believe some people do. And then sometimes, these trolls be kids. You know what I'm saying? So kids can be a little mischievous. So that's why I don't be too hard on the trolls, because a lot of times they just be kids trying to do something, or just trying to get attention. They don't have nothing better else to do. Now, if you an adult and you just being evil and mean, you just woke up on the wrong side of the bed, then God be with you. Hopefully you'll have a better day. But yeah, people talk about you and put so much emphasis in the way you look. What about your heart? Because Satan comes as a roaring lion, right? He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. So if you live this life and all you want is beauty, you're gonna be in for a world of trouble, right? If all you look for in a person is beauty, beauty is vain. People may be beautiful. The love of your life may be the most beautiful person that you know. What if something happens to their face? You just gonna leave them? Okay, I may not want to ask that question, because sometimes people be like, yeah, I'm gonna leave you. Okay, so that just tells me what type of person you are. But beauty is vain. And for those of you who people maybe talk about how you look, and so what? How do you look, right? So y'all gotta be tough. Y'all gotta let some of this water roll off your back. You gotta be tough in this world, because people will stop at nothing to to tear you down. Some people live for that. Some people live to tear you down. They don't want to see, especially a woman. They don't want to see a woman with high self-esteem. They don't want to see a person with goals, with dreams, a person that's confident. But let me tell you something. What I learned, nobody got no hell. If a person ain't paying your bills, even if a person is, they still don't have a right to say things that will tear you down, right? But a person doesn't have a hell or jail to put you in. I'm more concerned with what God says, right? What God says about me, what my family that loves me. A lot of people, you better listen to your family members, especially the ones that that are in your, they love you, they don't want nothing for you, they're telling you things that's in your best interest. Listen, right? You don't necessarily have to agree with them, but you can just hear them out, right? Don't shoot down everything that's coming to you, because sometimes we got to take constructive criticism, right? Sometimes people have been the way that you're going. Buddy Pants, you said my mom annoys the crap out of me. Yes, I've been there when I was When I was younger, my mom, she annoyed me too. But baby, let me tell you something. If you God, hopefully you'll never, you won't. But losing a mother, I wish my mother could be here to curse me out. Cause she would say some things that was hard. Now, Miss G from the D, that was my mother. She was a gangster. I'm telling you. When I say gangster, that means she was hardcore. She shot straight from the hip. But a lot of times she would tell you what you wouldn't want to hear. So, yeah, I know what you're saying, buddy, but just know that your mother loves you, right? And I pray that you not in no abusive relationship or nothing. I mean, abusive, going through anything. But if your mom just tell you clean up your room, do this and that, those just what parents are for. Parents, that's their job. They have to tell you the things that you don't want to hear. Like my mother always said, wait till you get grown. Hey friends, and where you said God bless you and your family, ma'am, from the Philippines. Shout out to the Philippines. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you for coming on. Okay, and God, 36597. You say you should know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Absolutely. And a lot of times, hey, Strawberry Cat. A lot of times people don't want to know the truth, right? Or they don't want to know anything positive. And y'all, if you don't like this live, it's so many toxic lives. You can go to one of them, pick and choose, right? Who you want to go to. All right, Glenn, you said it always feels better to be loving and caring. Yes, it does. It does. It feels better because, like someone put in, death and life is in the power of your tongue. Don't you know what you say goes on an assignment to create what you say, right? Death and life is in the power of your tongue. When you speak things, it goes on an assignment to create. So if you say I'm not going to be nothing in life, guess what? You might not be nothing in life. You can speak death over people, right? You got to be careful. You got to be careful what you say over about people and over people, because if you say positive negative things, it could come back to you, right? Because what you reap is what you sow. So you got to be careful what comes out of here. We, not just me, we have to be careful. I'm including myself. I'm throwing myself under the bus as well, right? I love you too, nephew. I mean, it always feels better to be okay, I already read that, right? Jesus Christ is King, evil never wins. I believe that. Rich. Now why are you putting that comment on here? All right. Y'all so fascinated with things that don't mean really nothing. Paul said it's best the fisherman and the spirit man just can't be together, yet they are in this one body, right? The flesh wants to please the flesh, right? The flesh is enemy with God. It's enmity with God. It works against the spirit, absolutely. And that's why I always, pray, help me to be in the spirit, help me to say things that's going to give somebody life, right? I don't always succeed, but I try again. Burkay, you said I'm Turkish. Okay, that's great. Thank you. We got so many different nationalities on here. Hey, hello, Hobby. I'm from Indonesia. Hey, shout out to Indonesia. Anthony, you said powerful message, sister. You're absolutely right. God bless you, and God bless all the mothers out there. Yeah, shout out to all the mothers, right? Be appreciative of what you have, right? You said someone is sitting behind you. I hope the Lord is sitting behind me. The Bible says good and mercy is going to follow me all the days of my life, right? Okay. Okay. And let me see. Y'all be saying some crazy stuff. If you be a blueberry, what would you do? Be a blueberry? Okay. Yeah. So y'all, I want y'all to have an amazing week. Find what makes you happy. Okay. Go on that journey, right? Don't base your happiness just around one thing. Have multiple things that make you happy. Hobbies, okay? Reading, whatever it is, watching movies, having a sport, right? Something that you can focus on that doesn't revolve around anybody, because when you find your happiness, can't nobody take it from you, right? My happiness, like I said, is peace, being peaceable with everybody. I know sometimes it's hard to do that because there's some jerks in this world, right? But you gotta find your peace. You gotta find your peace. You gotta heal, right? You got to heal from things that are on you, that are weighing you down. You got to go on a healing journey, right? To be able to find your peace and find out what makes you happy. So y'all, I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing week. You know what? What I always say, I hope the sun is shining in your life, right? I pray that you get the things that you deserve. Whatever you put out, I pray that you get back, right? And I hope it's good, right? Ooh, mosquito. Okay, y'all. So I love y'all. Anthony, thanks so much for joining. Thanks for joining, y'all. I love y'all so much. You said what sport do you play for happiness? Girl, well, not girl. I'm sorry. I'm looking at a message that just came up. Thanks so much. My moderator had to go with sport. I really don't play no sports. I may play basketball sometimes, but I can't play that good. But I do like to play, and I like to see people play as well. So I love you. Hey Cora, thanks for joining y'all. So y'all haven't look at the sun. Woo, the sun is shining on both sides of the fence, y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on Tuesday, right? Come on Tuesday for my live. Like and subscribe to Unchurched Talk with the T, my channel. Go ahead and look at my videos, okay? And I love y'all, and I will see y'all. You said the one thing that you miss in life. What's the one thing? My mother, girl. Woo, I miss my mother. Hey, I miss my mother. But I know that she is resting and she is in a better place. She's not suffering. So that's the one thing that I miss. And I think I probably miss her until the day that I leave here because she was such a impact in my life. Tipa, hey, hi, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Yeah, yeah, that's one of the things that I miss. What are some of the things that you miss in life? Cause I'm older, so I would say um to be a little more forgiving. If it's some things that I could change, would you say miss to be a little bit more forgiving to people? I love to. You said Fuji Islands. All right, all right. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So y'all, I love y'all. I'ma go. I hate to click off on anybody, but say bye to me. Thanks for joining so much. Have an amazing night. Happy Sunday, and we're going to have hopefully y'all have a blessed week. Put your best foot forward, right? And like I said, don't let anybody, tear you down, hurt people, hurt people. Ryan, who are you? I am gone. Okay. See y'all. Bye. If I can click this off. Bye, y'all.